The Candles of Life. Once upon a time, there was a very poor man named Yasuke living in a village. One night, while Yasuke was taking a rest in bed, he heard a noise that sounded like someone muttering. "Huh? Who is that at this hour of the night?" When Yasuke opened his eyes, surprisingly, there was a wrinkly old man's face before his very eyes. Having been astonished, Yasuke quickly jumped out of bed. "What? Who are you?" "I'm the Grim Reaper." Grim Reaper?" Even more frightened to hear that, Yasuke was no longer able to stand up. No, I don't want to die now." "No, it's not your turn yet. By the way, why don't you team up with me to make some money?" "Make money? What do you mean?" "Listen up. Nobody but you can see me. If I sit at a sick person's feet, they have no chance of surviving. But if I sit at the head of a sick person's bed, they will get better for sure." "Oh, I see. If we know whether their illness will heal or not, we can take advantage of it and make money." "That's right. You are pretty quick. All right. For starters, you visit Jirobe in the village early tomorrow morning." "All right. Leave it to me." As soon as they were done talking, the Grim Reaper vanished like smoke. Early in the morning, Yasuke visited Jirobe's house, just as he was told by the Grim Reaper. Inside the house, Yasuke saw Jirobe holding his head in his hands, looking worried. "Hey, Jirobe, what happened?"
"Hey, Yasuke. Actually, my wife suddenly got a fever and passed out. Although I had a doctor see her, somehow we couldn't find out the cause of the illness."
"I am sorry to hear that. Hey, Jirobe, could I see your wife's face for a moment?"
"Well, you can."
As soon as he slid open the door, he saw Jirobe's wife lying in bed, and the Grim Reaper sitting beside her. The Grim Reaper was sitting at the head of her bed. "Hey, Jirobe! Actually, I know a magical trick to heal illness. Can I try using it?"
"Oh, yes. Whatever it is, please do so."
Yasuke then touched Jirobe's wife's stomach through the blanket and chanted some random magic spell, saying, "Ayaraka Mokuren! Ayaraka Mokuren! Tereketsunopa!" "Okay, I'm done. Your wife will get better in no time."
"Really? That was so helpful. Thank you so much, Yasuke."
The next day, just as Yasuke said, Jirobe's wife got better completely. As a result of this event, Yasuke began to receive lots of visits from the villagers. "Hey, Yasuke! Actually, my old husband has been telling me that he has been having a stomach ache since the day before yesterday."
"Yasuke, please see my daughter. She just tripped on the road and hit her head."
Yasuke visited the villagers every time he was called, and he gave them precise predictions on whether the villagers' injuries and illnesses would heal or not. In return for this, Yasuke was getting rice, vegetables, and money from them. One day, Yasuke was called by a rich man from the neighboring town. When Yasuke got to the house's gate, the rich man rushed out in a big hurry.
Oh, so you must be Yasuke, the one everyone has been talking about. Could you please save my daughter? She has been failed by all the doctors already. If you can heal my daughter's illness, I will give you as much money as you want, like 1 million or even 1 billion.
Oh my God, a billion? With that much money, Yasuke would be able to live without working for the rest of his life. All right, I'll take it. Please lead me to where your daughter is.
Okay, this way, this way.
After inviting Yasuke into his house, the rich man led Yasuke through a long hallway to the room in which his daughter was sleeping. When Yasuke quietly slid open the door, there was a young woman lying in bed, and the Grim Reaper was sitting next to her. However, this time, the place the Grim Reaper was sitting was not by her pillow, but instead at her feet. Around the daughter's feet, the Grim Reaper was sitting, nodding off with his legs crossed. Him sitting around her feet means that this girl's illness won't heal. That's pretty disappointing, since it was such a lucrative deal.
Mr. Yasuke, do you think you can save her?
I'm sorry, but I don't think your daughter's illness will. Then, at that moment, suddenly, an idea flashed into his mind. Hey, Mr. Richman, your daughter's illness might not heal, but there's something I want to try.
If my daughter will get better, please, just try whatever you want.
All right, then I'll need a bit of help from you. Yasuke and the rich man each stood on both sides of the bed and lifted up the futon mattress with her lying on it. All right, just stay quiet and slowly turn the futon to face the opposite way.
Are you sure? Is this really going to make her feel better?
It'll be all right. Just trust me. While being careful not to wake up the Grim Reaper from his sleep, they turned the futon as slow as a turtle. Good. This way the Grim Reaper's position is next to the pillow, opposite of the position before. I managed to make the daughter's illness curable. Yasuke told the rich man that he will revisit his house a few days later and returned home. The next day, the rich man's house was in great turmoil. This was because the nearly dead daughter opened her eyes and got up as if nothing had ever happened. The rich man immediately invited Yasuke to the house, and just as promised, he gave him a reward of the 1 billion. On top of the money, he also treated Yasuke to a huge fancy meal, including sake and fish. Wow, I got both the money and a big rich dinner. I could die happy right now. Having gotten drunk with sake and feeling blissful, Yasuke unconsciously overstayed at the house. And once he realized it, it was already completely dark outside. Yasuke was walking home on a path late at night. But when he was about to arrive home, someone suddenly stopped him from behind.
Hey, wait!
He turned around in surprise, seeing the Grim Reaper standing there.
You did something really awful. That girl should have died.
It's because I just couldn't give up on such a great deal. And you're the one who told me to make money in the first place. Humph. Anyway, you just follow me. Got it?
The Grim Reaper then forcefully pulled Yasuke and took him into the mountains behind his house. Walking on an animal trail in complete darkness, they stood in front of a huge cave in a mountain.
All right, here. We're going in.
Led by the Grim Reaper, Yasuke went inside the cave. What's all this? I am so scared. Inside the cave, they continued walking on a long, pitch-black path for a while. But eventually, Yasuke started to see subtle lights in the distance. Whoa! What on earth is this? Having reached the end of the cave, Yasuke couldn't believe his eyes. There were millions of small lights spread all around. Taking a better look at them, they turned out to be candles.
These are candles of human lives. Look at the bottoms of these candles. You see the names written on each of the candles. When a fire on a candle burns out, that person's life comes to an end.
Then the Grim Reaper pointed at a single short candle.
That is your candle. You saved that girl, extending the length of her life. But instead, your lifespan was decreased by the same amount, and your candle ended up being shorter.
Yasuke's candle was already very short, that even a light sneeze would put it out. But please do something. Please help me. Yasuke desperately begged the Grim Reaper for his life.
All right, I will then give you this long candle, so you can put them together. However, if you accidentally put out the fire, your life will end instantly. Be careful as you do it.
After nodding to the Grim Reaper's words, Yasuke breathlessly and slowly moved the fire to the long candle and put it on top of the short candle. I did it! I'm safe now! At that moment, in relief, Yasuke accidentally let out a big sigh. Phew! Then, the flame of Yasuke's candle went out. What? The flame's gone! That can't be! Save me! Yasuke's scream echoed throughout the cave.